Hello and welcome to City Edition, the City of Bend's video news magazine. I'm Justin Feinstone. First up this month, growing the economy in Bend takes cooperation. And you may not realize it, but the city's Economic Development Department works closely with groups like Economic Development for Central Oregon to help bring jobs to the community.
The Community Development Department for the City of Bend is the department that helps the city build the community. We implement city policies on planning and zoning, and we also implement the Uniform Building Code for building.
EDCO is Economic Development for Central Oregon. We're an economic development organization that focuses on recruitment of companies from outside the area, expansion of existing companies. We also have business statistics for the whole region.
The Community Development Department can be a partner with people developing in Bend by helping them do their due diligence on site selection, planning, and building. We work with them at all stages of their project, and we try to provide to them predictable service and predictable outcomes so they can count on that in their business pro forma.
EDCO serves Deschutes County, Crook County, and Jefferson County, and all the communities that are within those counties. We've got people on the ground in Prineville, Madras, Redmond, and Bend.
Well, our objective is to work with the developer as a partner in building a building for the final occupant. And we want to ensure that the building, when it's occupied, is safe and soundly constructed. And I think both the developer and the city have the same desire in that, and we work with them through our planning, permitting, and inspection services to ensure that that does happen.
PV Power came to EDCO with expansion plans. They wanted to stay in the area, also looking outside the area. So we got together with the City of Bend, got a meeting scheduled, and started hashing out the process to keep them in the region.
Here at PV Power, we try to overcome some of the physical challenge that a new business has with an existing building. Some of those are sprinkler systems, electrical problems, firewalls. What we had to do in this situation is we took an F1 building, which is a fabrication for woodworking, and we turned them basically into a manufacturing business for non-flammable material.
So Les Schwab, Sutera, PV Powered, and ODS could have gone elsewhere. There are a lot of communities out there competing for these great companies. And through our work with the city, we have kept them in Central Oregon.
This is the Oregon Dental Service Building, or ODS. About 2 years ago, they were looking for a place to locate in Central Oregon, and EDCO can help direct them to Bend. They then met with myself and my managers. We worked out the process by which they could build on this property. It had some complications. We were able to overcome all of those and get this building built on the timeline set forth by ODS.
Well, over the past year, the City of Bend has started an electronic plan review program, an inspection service program. And what that does is it allows people to submit plans and get inspections electronically. Now, ODS started out as paper plans, which was, say, 100 pounds of plans. But they went to electronic, which allowed us to review those addendums and those plans a lot quicker.
Sutera, the company here in Bend, who's now locating in Juniper Ridge, approached EDCO with the desire to want to locate in Bend somewhere, or they were going to move to California.
Well, Sutera's business has been growing rapidly over the years, and we needed to expand the business because we'd run out of space at our current site. So our options were really to stay in Bend, move to Redmond, where they have an enterprise zone that's very favorable to business, or move out of state.
And EDCO brought both Les Schwab and Sutera to the city, and the city manager met with Sutera. We talked about the processes and the services we could provide for them and how we could meet their timelines.
Obviously, we preferred Bend because that's where most of our employees were, and our talent was in Bend. And the decision to stay in Bend was because our need to build a building rapidly and move, they could meet those needs.
Sutera had another type timeline. They needed to begin building their foundations by winter of 2008, and there were a lot of land use and other issues that they needed to go through in order to achieve that, and we were able to have them meet all their timelines and pull their building permits right on schedule.
Sutera, for example, started out electronic, and that saved them probably months on their project, as opposed to trying to review paper plans and all of the time and effort that it would take them to come down to the city and drop off plans and pick up plans and reprint their plans. They no longer have to do that. It's all computerized and it saves nothing but time and money.
The only way we could build this building in the timeline we did was to do a phased approach for approval of our plans, and that is the key to making this successful.
Time is money, it's the bottom line, and if EDCO and the city can get together and make it quicker, it's a bonus.
And really the key for our company was, we're trying to run a business and then figure out how to expand, and what EDCO did was they made sure and facilitated that the meetings we need, the appointments we need, get to the right people in a timely manner, and make sure they understood ahead of time what we were trying to do. So when we met with them, it was a very focused meeting on here's what our needs were and could you fill our needs. So they were very helpful in keeping us in the Central Oregon region.